Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that's becoming more important than ever in crypto. That is actual platform security. So, not just flashy promises, but real architecture, custody models, and risk controls. Now, there's a lot of noise in the market about speed and features. When things get volatile or any incident happens, what really matters is whether your funds are truly protected and if the exchange can prove it. That's why I wanted to share this excellent breakdown video. It takes a very clear and technical look at how Futurionex approaches security from multi-layered custody and MPC wallets to zero trust architecture, compliance automation, and everything in between. It's one of the more transparent explanations that I have seen lately. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the video for you right now. So, pay close attention. This is the kind of detail that every serious trader should be looking for.
Why do we still need to talk about security? If you've been following the crypto market for a while, you've probably heard this phrase before. Some platforms are fast, but are they really stable? In recent months, we've seen this debate resurface with force. What caught my attention was the way Futurionex responded, not with promises or slogans, but by opening its security structure to the public. And in today's market, that's already a significant sign. Security is not marketing. It's a verifiable system. Futurionex starts from a very objective idea. Security is not just talk. It's a set of processes, data, and responsibilities. For the user, the central point is not to trust, but to be able to verify. Orders are traceable. Flows are auditable. Is it clear who is responsible at each stage? This approach is much closer to an engineering and compliance mindset than to a traditional promotional narrative. Asset custody. It's not where it is, it's who can move it. When we talk about security, the most intuitive thing is not to lose funds. At this point, Futurionex uses a layered custody system. Assets used daily are kept in hot wallets. Concentrated withdrawals pass through warm wallets, and long-term reserves are kept offline in cold wallets. But the difference isn't just the separation. Any asset transfer requires multiple signatures using technologies such as MPC and HSM. No single person, no isolated system can open the door alone. With withdrawal whitelists, regional limits, and secondary checks in anomalous cases, processes that are normally invisible begin to generate clear, auditable, and traceable evidence. Most security incidents don't happen because of direct attacks, but because of peripheral flaws that allow lateral infiltration. Futurionex's architecture follows the principle of zero trust, strong authentication, least privilege, and strict isolation between modules. Matching systems, risk control, and wallets do not function as a single block. This drastically reduces the impact of any isolated failure. Added to this are change approval processes, gradual rollback, and recovery plans in multiple locations. The stability that the user perceives is, in practice, the result of constant failure testing and continuous monitoring, compliance, and risk control. The checks before the click. Another point that is rarely discussed is that compliance is also part of security. At Futurionex, requirements such as KYC, AML, and sanctions lists are transformed into policy as code, executed automatically according to region and regulatory landscape. There are protection mechanisms before, during, and after transactions, including speed limitations, frequency reductions, temporary freezes, and on-chain and cross-account behavior analysis. During periods of high volatility, circuit breakers and spread protection come into play, with the aim of protecting both the user and the market order. The true value of security lies not in promising that nothing will go wrong, but in transforming chance into low probability, controllable risk, and recoverability. In my view, Futurionex's security design looks more like long-term infrastructure than a one-off response to market pressures. And perhaps it is precisely this type of silent, technical, and verifiable security that deserves to be understood more closely.
So that was the full breakdown on Futurionex security architecture. It was pretty detailed and transparent. They really went deep into their custody model, MPC wallet setup, zero trust approach, and how they handle risk and compliance. It's really refreshing to see this level of technical explanation instead of the usual vague promises that we often hear in crypto. Now, if you're someone who values the safety of your funds above everything else, I think this is exactly the kind of information that you should be looking for before choosing where to trade or store your assets. Now, let me know in the comment section what you think about this, and I'll see you guys in the next video shortly. So stay tuned.